Hello everyone, I am Sajid and welcome back to my channel SciTech. In today's video, I'll try to do the PUBG default graphics gameplay comparison between all of these three different Snapdragon processors which I got right now. Yes friends, the first phone is the OnePlus 8T with the Snapdragon 865 and second is the iQOO 7 with the Snapdragon 870 and the third phone is the Mi11 device with the Snapdragon 888 processor. Let's see friends which phone has got what type of PUBG default graphics comparison. That is what I'm going to show you. And all three phones are installed with the same kind of PUBG APK only, which is a 1.5.0. Let me try to quickly show you exactly what is the APK. So that you know I'm trying to use the same APK only in all the smartphones. That is what I'm trying to show you. As you can see, friends, 1.5, and here we go 1.5 in the iQOO 7 Snapdragon 870, and finally Mi11 1.5.0, as you can see exactly. So I'm not using any GFX tool in this kind of demonstration. There is no GFX tool involved. So all the three phones, smartphones are completely clear from the background, as you can see friends. There is no applicants involved. Let me try to open the PUBG game in all the three smartphones, and the main purpose of me doing this video is to show you exactly what is the default settings you can actually play in this kind of three different processors. That is what I'm going to compare. So a lot of people, they do have this kind of concern that buying the really good Snapdragon processor will be having really high graphics. Sometimes it's not the case. Sometimes the optimization needs to be happened for that kind of processor as well. Let's see which processor will be having what kind of default settings. That is what I'm going to show you exactly. So just recently the PUBG has been updated to the 1.5 version. After that, couple of smartphones, they did get really good advantage. So first let's start with the OnePlus 8T, which has got the Snapdragon 865 chipset. So I'll try to show you exactly what is the graphics settings we do have here. As you can see friends, with the Snapdragon 865 we do have the 90 FPS option. So before the 1.5 only, in the 1.4 as well we do have the 90 FPS in the OnePlus 8T without any problem. I was able to play the 90 FPS. So even in the 1.5 as well we do get the 90 FPS option. That's absolutely good. So this is a real-time refresh rate option which I'm trying to see. Right now you're seeing 120 because so the game is right now playing at 90, which is slightly above than 60. So this refresh rate can show only 60 or 120. That is the reason it's showing only 120, as you can see. That's the one thing which I can definitely say there. So all friends, in the Snapdragon 865 in the OnePlus 8T device, now I'll be able to play the 90 FPS without any problem. That should not be any kind of issues. So even in the other process like Snapdragon 860 as well, you do get the 90 FPS. But only one thing is that the Snapdragon 870, which is in the middle, so between the Snapdragon 888 and the 865, this phone, let me show you exactly the graphics. As you can see, this phone doesn't have any kind of 90 FPS option. As you can see friends, there is no 90 FPS. That's a kind of really disadvantage, I would say. So yes, because right now there are a couple of Snapdragon 870 chipset which is available from the Mi11X and the OnePlus Nord and the iQOO 7 device and even in the Vivo. So these phones, I am not sure whether they will be able to support or not, but right now I do have only two phones, Mi11X and this phone. They are not supported with the 90 FPS. As you can see, that's the reason you're seeing only 60 in this phone, not more than that. That's the one part. And next, let's move to the final phone, which is the Mi11, which has got the Snapdragon 888 processor. And let me just show you exactly the graphics settings, and you will be able to play 90 FPS, absolutely fine. This is a real-time FPS meter, as you can see friends, which you can see. The Mi phones and the POCO phones, they do have this kind of really good live FPS meter, which you can actually track without even using any kind of third-party software. This is a really good benefit. So right now I was able to play 90 FPS without any issues. Yes, absolutely no problem while playing in this Mi11X device, the Snapdragon 888. That's the one thing which I thought of just mentioning. So these are the basic default graphics settings you do have in all the three smartphones. And in terms of the haptic feedback and vibrations, so at the moment we are getting haptic feedback in these two phones, not in the Mi11 device. So this phone has got really good haptic feedback, but still I was unable to get that kind of haptic feedback in this phone, in the Mi11 device with the Snapdragon 870. Snapdragon 888 processor, I was unable to get. And real-time FPS meter, you can clearly see here, I'm getting about 90. That's perfectly done. As you can see friends, no issues in terms of maintaining that kind of high FPS count, even in the game turbo as well. That's the one thing which I thought of just mentioning for you. So these are really very useful videos friends, because I'm just showing you the default settings only, so you should know. So without using any kind of GFX tool, which phone can have what kind of default setting. That is what my main motive of doing this many videos on this kind of default comparisons. I'm just trying to bring some kind of awareness between the people. So before actually buying the phone, you should know which processor has what kind of settings. And let me try to start the other phones as well. So I just want to do mini kind of review only, not the complete review I'm trying to do, just only mini review, just for dropping how much frames will be dropped. That's what I'm going to check just one time, and I'll try to end up this Snapdragon 888, then I'll try to continue with other smartphones. So let me know to see exactly how much FPS I'm trying to get during this time of testing. Yes. So exactly I'm trying to show you, friends. You can see the real-time FPS meter in the Snapdragon 888 processor. I'll try to do the separate review very soon, so stay tuned for those videos. So right now 90 FPS. Try to observe the top one, not the bottom one. Top one 83. That is what the real FPS meter is. Top one 86, 70. As you can see, it dropped to 70 as well right now. So the lowest FPS we did see about 70 FPS. So I wish the other UIs also they include this kind of real-time floating FPS, not the game space or anything. Real-time floating FPS, that would be really great in case if they include. So in case if you have any other queries, make sure to comment below, friends. Definitely I'll be able to reply to you. And now let's move to the next phone, which is other phone. I'll try to move to the next phone, which is iQOO 7 device, which is a Snapdragon 870 chipset, which is also really powerful enough to play this kind of games. But unfortunately, lack of not having the 90 FPS option is also kind of disadvantage, I would say. And we do have the haptic feedback in this phone. Haptic feedback is absolutely working without any kind of problem. 4D haptic feedback. That's fantastic. So I wish we could have the 90. So maybe in the future updates we might be able to see that kind of 90 FPS option as soon as possible. I think so. Hopefully we should see 90 FPS. That is what a lot of users are actually waiting eagerly. So I'll try to come up with another video using the config tool. So config tool is another one which a lot of users, they did ask me to do config file. So they asked me to use any kind of config file and try to check whether it's working in the iQOO 7 or not by using the config file. That is what a lot of users, they did suggest me to use the config file. So I'll try to move with the next phone, which is a OnePlus 8T device. So let me try to move to the OnePlus 8T. I'll keep on playing this game continuously. So it's a OnePlus 8T, and which you can actually see the 120 FPS clearly. That means you are getting 90 FPS perfectly done without any kind of issues. So 90 FPS you are getting absolutely fine, friends, in this phone, in the OnePlus 8T device. That's really great. It feels really smooth playing in the 90 FPS the PUBG game. Definitely for the gamers, that is a really good option, having the 90 FPS, I would say. So that's it, friends. Thank you for watching this video. I'll be back with another real-time using third-party FPS meter comparison as well. So stay tuned for those videos. In case if you're interested in those kind of videos, that will be really helpful. And make sure to comment below what are other videos you want me to make as soon as possible. I'll try to definitely do my best to post the video. And thank you for watching, and see you in the next video, friends. Until then, stay tuned. Bye.